We are doing a collaboration with Diesel Power Products, Kryptonite Suspension, and Nitto Tire. We're building a big marketing truck. Let's check it out. We got the truck on the hoist, we got the tires off. Let's go over some of the parts. What we're doing with Kryptonite here is we're doing their 3-inch leveling kit, which is an upper control arm, a torsion key, Fox 2.5 shock, and a few other miscellaneous parts. But what's really cool about this build is we are gonna put the 37-11-50-20 Nitto Recon Grappler on this truck. These are a great tire. They're going on factory wheels. So great thing about this whole package is you don't have to change your wheels. You like your factory wheels or you don't want to spend the money yet, let's throw some 37-11-50s on it, get the look you want, but with that cool factory wheel. First thing we're gonna do is we unload the torsion bar keys. Torsion bars are basically a long spring that hold the truck up, and it takes a special tool under here. We take these keys out. Let's check these keys out. It's kind of cool. So this part here, the hex of the torsion bar goes in it, and then you have this adjuster that turns it up, and it turns this long spring that comes out of here. And these are the factory ones, brand new truck, obviously not even rusty. The new ones from Kryptonite come powder coated, which is great, but the difference, what you can see, they look the same, but if you put them on top of each other and look straight down on it, you can see that the indexing is off just a little bit. And so what that does is that starts the key a little more torsioned, which that's how you bring the front of the truck up, with a little bit more spring rate, raising that a little bit. So that's the main thing that's gonna get this truck lift. And what's cool about the Chevy platform is it's 100% adjustable. So we can make that go up 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. They call this a 3-inch kit. That's about the max you wanna go. And the lower you bring it, you're gonna keep your CV angles down. But typically what you're trying to do is just keep these trucks level. So they do sit with a factory rake for aerodynamics and stuff like that. So we bring the front of that truck up, give you more tire clearance, better look. We got the front of the truck taken apart. Upper control arms are out, shocks are out. Now we're going back in with the Kryptonite control arm with their ball joint. He's lubed everything up. He's gonna pound the control arm into the pocket now. It fits real tight. You see the grease zerks in the control arm. We've greased the sleeve and the bushing. That's gonna go on, that holds the knuckle. We got ABS sensor disconnected, brake lines loosen up so everything can fall out like it's supposed to. So we're gonna get this put in, and then the front of the truck will be a truck again, and then we'll get some shocks on it. Now we got the front of the truck back together. So we've left the upper control arm bolts loose. Ball joint is in there, it's yet to be torqued. We still gotta put the tie rod in, the ABS sensor, reconnect the brake lines to the knuckle and all that. But next it's gonna go in is the shock. One of the cool things about this is the Fox 2.5 Performance Series shock, specially built for this truck. So the mounts on these trucks are definitely different. They're their own animal. So we got this on the end, we got this at the top. So basically these are gonna tuck up in here, go into all the OEM mounts, and they got enough room to fit this big 2.5 shock. So with the 2.5-inch diameter shock, we're gonna get a lot more valving, a lot more fluid capability. So we just have a lot more control of the ride on these heavy trucks. Mighty fine. As you're going through the front of these trucks, there's torque specs on all these bolts. Obviously you're gonna put them on with an impact, but once you get done with that, everything's gonna have a certain torque spec. Some of them are gonna get torqued in the air, some of the pivots are gonna get torqued on the ground. So all the ones on the ground we can't do till after we're done with the alignment. So this one in particular we can do on here. Go ahead and torque this one to factory spec, but then after that, the rest of them will get torqued after the alignment specs are set. Like we talked about in this kit, not a whole lot in the back, not a block, nothing. We're gonna set the truck level. So all we're doing is we're upgrading the shock to this 2.5 Performance Series Fox. Really gonna help the ride, and we're gonna set this thing on the ground. After he gets the skid plate on, we're gonna adjust the torsion bars, get it level, then we're off to the alignment rack. If these are still on your truck, you did not get a proper alignment. These come from the factory and lock out the upper control arm. If they're in your truck, take it back to the alignment shop. Another thing on these trucks, 11 and newer 3/4 and 1 ton Chevy trucks, they have this lower droop stop on the upper control arm. This right here, with a stock upper control arm, the truck would be sitting on it because that control arm swings down as the truck comes up. So that's why these upper control arms are required on all these leveling kits. It's got a different bend in it right here, so it clears that droop stop, so you can still get wheel travel, full up and down travel out of the truck and clear that droop stop. If you got one of these trucks and it rides super rough, Look at that. I bet the upper control arm is contacting it or riding on it. Got the truck on the ground. 37 1150s are on it. He's gonna roll it out. It's currently setting nose high. So we're gonna go drive the truck a little bit, get the suspension to settle. We'll pull it up on the alignment rack, and then we'll reset the ride height before we do any of the alignment. We're about 44.5. Like we said, this is adjustable, so we're gonna set this thing level. If we look at the rear here, about 43. So I'm gonna say by measurements is one thing, we always go by eye. So I'm gonna say it's gonna come down about 1 inch because they're not always level. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in the air, we're gonna drop the torsion keys a little bit, and then we're gonna measure it for level. Sometimes we'll measure off the pinch weld, but we're gonna get to where visually it looks level how we want it, and we're gonna call that ride height good, equal side to side, then we'll align it. Just got done setting the height on this truck. On the tape measure, came down right at about 1/2 inches all, but visually from the back, if you look at it, it looks level, and then we measure on a few other places on the truck, from the flat part of the frame, also the belt line underneath the windows, and it measures perfectly level front and back. Start the alignment process on this truck. We've already set the height. Next thing we're gonna do is go around and verify tire pressure. Everything's gotta be the same left to right, whether you're doing factory specs or whatever the tire manufacturer recommends. We're gonna set tire pressure to make sure we're not getting any weird readings on the laser alignment machine. So we're comping this vehicle right now, which means basically the machine, we're cycling the tires front to back, side to side. The lasers and the paddles are gonna tell us what we have for caster, camber, and toe. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up the truck, get the OEM specs. We're gonna compare that to Kryptonite specs that they want, and we're gonna align it to our best thought of what we've done before in the tire size. Then we're gonna go drive the truck. We're gonna come back and make adjustments after that first drive. We do custom alignments here, we don't do factory alignments. Big difference. You got a bigger tire on the truck, you need different specs. You got different suspension, a lot of different stuff. So a custom alignment is well worth the extra money. That's what we do here. We're gonna drive the truck, make sure it drives perfect, because that's what matters. The alignment's done. We got everything in spec where we want it. As far as the computer says, he's gonna go test drive it now, check a couple of things, make sure it drives exactly like we want it. Also verify the steering wheel is perfectly straight, and go drive it. We'll check back. How'd it drive?
Way better than stock.
Awesome. Well, you guys saw the truck, you saw the build. We got the Kryptonite suspension put on it, the Fox shocks. We got the Nitto 37 1150 Recon Grapplers on factory wheels. Everything clears. It's aligned to our specs. Everything drives amazing. Thanks for following along. Thanks for Diesel Power Products, Nitto Tire, and Kryptonite. See you guys next time.